Hello friends, welcome to Quick Coder. My name is Tulsi. Today's topic is arrays introduction in Java. So let's get started. Okay friends, so let's discuss about this arrays here. So what is the importance of array? So first of all, I want to discuss about that. For example, you are a teacher and you want to store your students' marks. So let's say you do not have this arrays and you have only variables declaration. In Java, you will take like int marks1 is equal to like 50, int m2 is equal to something like 78. Okay, int m3 is equal to 60. So like this you will store. This will be easy only if you have some little students, only few students. But what is the case when you have a many students and you have to store the data of many students? So what will you do? Again you will write m4, m5, m6, m7, so like this. But here you have some disadvantage. It will become some large code. For example, if you are storing all this data in some variables here and you are adding that all the things, it's very large. So this is the reason we have some arrays. So in arrays, actually what will happen is, see, this is the syntax for arrays in Java. Okay, you have some data type, and another thing that I want to discuss here is you can store arrays are homogeneous. Okay, arrays are homogeneous. So why I'm saying like this is, for example, in an array you can store only integer elements or all string or all float elements. For example, I have an array like int array, okay, of size 10. So in my heap, the size 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like this it will be created, and this all you should fill only integers. Okay, you are not allowed to fill something like floating numbers or strings, so something like that. Okay, so first of all, I explained about so why the array should be have, why arrays emerged. Okay, what is the importance of arrays? So let's discuss, and I also discuss syntax. So it's simple: data type, array name, square brackets, new, and again same data type, and you can declare here size. So now let's discuss the main memory management in arrays. So what will happen if you create something like this, where your arrays will be allocated, in heap or stack? Okay, let's see about that. Okay, let's say you have some stack and you have some heap. Okay, now I declare like this. So let's say int, like int array. So that's it, I have declared like this. So what will happen is, in my stack, so there will be array and it will pointing to null value, because when all I created is equal to new, then only some memory will be allocated to this array. But I did not done the set, so it will assign to null. So whenever I created, for suppose array is equal to new int of size 5, then what will happen is, in my heap, so it will be created with size 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now let's say the starting address is 200, 204, 208, 210, 212. So let's say this is my address. So here there will be no null here. Okay, so it contains the starting address of this array. Okay, the starting address is 200. So each integer block occupies the 4 bytes. So 200, 204, 208, 210, 212. Sorry, 214. Okay, so the array will be point out to the starting address of this array. Okay, so this is something like memory management in arrays. The question that I want to ask is now, for example, my array of 0 is 1, my array of 1 is, so let's erase this. So let's analyze this code. So I have create some array of size 3. Okay, and I have stored array of 0 is 33, array of 1 is 20, and array of 2 is 7. So 3327 are stored here and the starting address is stored here. Okay, and again I created some new array and allocated that array to, so new array is equal to array. Okay, so it is possible. So and now I created new array of 1 is equal to 25. It is array. Okay, it is array is allocating to this. Okay, new array of 1 is equal to 25. So my question to you people is, what will be the output when I print array of 1? So is it 20 or 25? Okay, if you got the answer, so I request you to people, so pause here and comment your answer in the comment box and see whether your answer is correct or not. Okay, so let's analyze this. As array is allocated to 200, so whenever I create, also 1 minute, okay, the answer will be my array is here. Okay, in stack it is storing 200 as value. So when I assign this array to new array, so what will happen is simply new array will also shallow copy this address and it also points to this. Okay, so as I assign this array to this new array, so it will shallow copy. Okay, it also copies this address 200 and it will points to the same array. So what will happen, new array of 1 means here instead of, so something like so what will happen here, so as new array is also pointing to the same array, so what will happen is whenever new array of 1 is changing to 25, so this 25 will be replaced to, sorry, this 20 will be replaced with 25. So whenever you print array of 1, if you print array of 1, then you will get output as 25 only. Okay, so this is nothing but shallow copy. And we also have some concept like deep copy. Okay, so if you want, if you are interested to know about these two topics, I will make separate video. So that's it about this arrays topic. Okay, so I hope you learned a lot here, and I explained some syntax, some memory management in arrays, so why arrays emerged in data structures. Okay. Okay friends, in this video I explained about arrays. So the next video is the coming up video is reversing an array in Java. So let's wait for that. Okay, thank you for watching.